Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we capped out our diplomatic power again, and we're very close to capping out our military power. So let's go ahead and spend that down real quick before we get invested in anything else. So let's just bring this on down a bit, and I think we'll spend it down to about 700 here. Should be reasonably fine. We'll just go down this list, and that will allow us to spend additional diplomatic. There we go. Cool. Definitely a little laggy with this many provinces, but that's to be expected. And this is going to get us very close. There we go. Cool. So that's spent down a bit. And we definitely need to continue to work on coring, but we're only doing 0% coring at this point. So at this point, we should probably hop into our states and territories, because we can see there's a number of these that are not states, and they should be. So can we do this now? No. We cannot make these into states just yet. We need to let a little bit more coring finish up. Fair enough. So we're going to work on that. And for the moment, we're not too interested in going to war, although we will eventually be quite interested in going to war. It is 1794, though. We're very close to the end of the game here. 1821 is the end date in Europa. So I don't think we're quite going to conquer the entire world, but that's okay. And I was thinking about what we wanted to do with this mega campaign. I think Europa might actually be the end of this one, or we might just jump straight over to Stellaris. I'm kind of thinking about skipping Victoria and Hearts of Iron here, because Hearts of Iron is obviously not going to be a problem. We can grind through this really fast in Hearts of Iron. But Victoria 2 doesn't record very well in 4K, right? So that's a concern that I have right now. The UI does not scale in Victoria 2. Can we change the UI scale in this game to demonstrate it without restarting the game? I can't remember. Okay, we have to restart the game for it, so I'm not going to do that right now. But essentially, every UI element in Victoria 2 is half size from what it is right here, and it's just extraordinarily hard to read in 4K. So Victoria 3 is going to be out in like 15 days as of the day this or actually 2 weeks exactly from the day that this goes live, right? I'm recording it the previous day, but 14 days exactly from the day that this video went live is when Victoria 3 comes out. I do not want my first campaign of Victoria 3 to be starting from this point. I don't think that's a good first impression of the game. So I'm thinking about either just skipping directly to Stellaris after this, or maybe a really brief Hearts of Iron sojourn and just bypassing Victoria for the time being. That's what I'm thinking right now. There's a core finishing up. I mean, it's possible that we could maybe conquer the rest of the world in 20 years. We have been making good progress on that. We would have to really focus in on it and get a lot of truces ticking. That's a possibility. Let's take a look at Manchu here. They're a tributary of Ming. We could definitely fight these guys again. So they are allied with these same people. Revolutionary Khmer, huh? Interesting. This is an interesting option. Their armies are quite small. So realistically, we have all of this explored. We don't have all of these guys explored. There's no way we're going to be able to full annex these guys. That's for sure. But we could get into position for a potential war against these. So I would want to... This is correct over here. Yes. I'd want to move in here. I'd want to move a unit here. A unit here. And then 3 units down this way. We can definitely pull 3 units from like up here and get them down here. Now we're still in an admin deficit, and if we're going to try to conquer the world before the end date, that's going to that's going to remain. We're always going to be in an admin deficit. In fact, if that's the case, we should not try to make these into full states. And that might be for the best. There's a conversion finishing up, and we will continue to convert. There'll be another one here in a moment. Cool. There we go. And we will continue to make these full cores, I suppose. But I think we're not going to bother with partial cores. Cool. So we need like 250 more admin here, and we also just lost our military advisor. Discipline is good. He is not an accepted culture. Reinforced speed is, I guess, okay too. So we're going to do that just so that we can promote him up to level 5. Cool. We are focusing admin, right? Yes, we are. Good. So we do need like 250 more admin power. That's okay. So our forces are moving down. The center of revolution in Halmera, which is like over here, I think. Yeah, it's over here. So that's the center of revolution. Cool. Yeah, I think that's the plan. We're not going to make full cores, and we're just going to try to conquer as much as we can. If we don't get it conquered, we can just hop into Hearts of Iron and do that really fast in Hoi. Although, I don't think there's a direct Europa to Hoi converter. So now that I think about that, that might not be the best plan. We'd have to convert to Victoria and then to Hoi. It would be a whole thing. Can we just exceed the end date in Europa? We could do it that way. Is there a continue button at the end of Europa? I think there is a way to continue the game. So we might just do it that way and just dip a little bit into the Victoria period and just stick with Europa for the time being, just because of the release date of Victoria 3. I think that might not be the worst idea. So we're going to move these guys down over here. Cool. And we're basically in position for this war. We may want to bring a few extra forces over, though, or recruit new forces. Now I'm going to bring these two over. I don't think we need this many forces over here. I'm going to bring them over as a bit of a buffer for if they get past these guys. That should be reasonably fine. Okay. So we're basically in position at this point. We need more admin power, but I think we're fine. So I want to check here. Tributary of Ming. So we can fight these guys without fighting Ming. I like it. We could crush the revolution. 50% aggressive expansion and 50% cost for conquest of all of those locations. Done. We are at war. Okay. So what are we going to do here? We're going to send these two units in to take their capital. I'm going to send this unit here, this unit here, and then we're going to try to get a little bit of sieging done. We're a little bit spread out, more spread out than I would like to be here. I'm not 100% on this. We can bring in more forces if we need to, though. So let's do this for now. Our ports are indeed blockaded. I want to grab these guys. And we're going to bring them over to here and then let them repair a bit. They're a little low on their health, but then we'll do that and then we'll come out here and attack these guys with these forces. Sounds good to me. And hopefully we'll get some of these sieges done very quickly. Okay, I'm going to stack these together and we're going to head southward here. And we'll head southward here as well. Zuni Separatists out over here, no problem. That's already handled. And at this point, we just need 200 more admin power to get all these cores done. There's a conversion finishing. And there will be another shortly after, of course. Okay, so we see a 90k stack here. And this is going to have to retreat, I think. Yes. We're going to have to retreat here. And then we're going to stack these two together. Cool. So that should be reasonably fine. We're going to continue sieging down here. And these guys, do we want to attack here? They're going this direction. We're going to walk down here for the moment. We won the siege of their new capital, so that's great. I'm going to take this force over and start sieging over here. Tariffs on fish? Hey, admin power. That's what we wanted to see. Cool. So we'll get another corps started. We're reinforcing these troops right now. There's additional corps finishing. We only need 93 admin power at this point to get all of our corps done. So we're going to come down here and begin a siege, and these guys are going to keep occupying some territory over this way. I'm interested in force marching these guys, I think, and having them come up here to intercept this force. Okay, we finished up this siege. That's beautiful. Let's put in a leader. And we can't actually move in here. Where are these guys going? Lavo. Let's force march. There's no reason to not be force marched. So let's force march and head down here and try to fight them. They do have this force behind them, so I'm going to bring these guys up. Not like that, but rather like this. Okay. Cool. So we're going to look to do some combat over here. Korean Californian separatists, those are easy enough to handle. Are we at war with Imperator? No, we can just attack this. Okay, I'm not going to bother with it. But that's interesting, for sure. Have we docked up over here? We have, and we're repairing. So we're next going to come down over here. And I'm going to stack these guys together. Cool. Now we're being attacked via Ming up this way. We knew that that was a possibility. We're going to bring these forces over to deal with it. These guys are fighting here. Looks okay for the moment. We win this fight handily, but they have a large troop count here. So that's slightly concerning. And we win this fight as well. For the moment, that's reasonably fine. But we can see that they have 250,000 troops here. That's a lot of troops. We're to make our way down this direction and get closer to these guys. Cool. They're actually going to attack us here. So that's in Savannah. They're only going to attack us with part of their force. Hang on. This is a bad move by them. These guys are locked into here. They split their force up badly there. That was a big, big, big throw for them. Absolutely huge. This is maybe a throw for us if we attack here. So I don't want to do that, but we can come over this direction. We could fight them here. We would get the crossing penalty. So I don't want to do that right now. I want to let them move around here for a bit, and we'll take a look at what ends up happening there. So we're approaching our cap on diplomatic power again. We can now start banking admin power, but we need to spend down our diplomatic and military power again, unless we're going to be able to spend it on tech. And we are. Okay, so we're going to spend that on tech. We won the siege up here finally, so we're going to move up. And once again, they are locked into some really bad moves here. So we're going to attack them here and do a lot of damage. Now we're going to come down here. And I think they're too late here. So we're going to go ahead and grab our diplomatic tech here. Cool. Have we arrived over here? Yes, we have. All three of these are going to attach to transport. And then we're going to walk out over, or rather sail out over this way. Cool. Now, this battle is a potential issue for us. But only if they pile in, which they did. Fair enough. We will retreat from this one in good order. And at this point, we have a small issue. We need to get some prestige here. There we go. And these guys need to turn around and start fighting some of these forces. The small issue that I'm talking about is they've driven a wedge between this siege force and this army here. So we need to deal with that. We're going to get turned around in a moment. We definitely want to walk over here. And let's check on this status. That looks okay. No big deal there. So these guys get turned around, and we're going to fight this force. Now, once again, they could try to pile in. If they do, they give up on this siege. And that's exactly what they did. So we're going to retreat again. And it's clear at this point that we need to bring in reinforcements down here. So that's fine. We can definitely do that. We are going to force march these guys. No, that's autonomous rebel suppression. We're going to force march these guys, and we're going to bring in these 3 armies down to here. Cool. For the moment, we're going to let them stay stacked up here. And they're definitely recruiting up very, very hard. So I'm wondering, what is their manpower like? 100,000 versus 178. So their manpower is okay. We can grab Miltech 31 here, which is a very big deal for us. There we go. And we can continue to convert, of course, which we will do. Now, we're not really in a position to contest this. All of their forces are here. We're fairly spread out. But we can head in... Actually, we need this siege to finish. So we can head down, like, over here. Cool. So we simply lack the numbers to fight them in this area. We knew that that was a potential problem. There's an enemy invasion happening up here, but I don't really care. We're going to invade them with these units. So in we go. Fantastic. So what are we actually looking to gain from this war? Well, land is the answer. Oh, we failed that 78% roll. That's unfortunate. And these guys are getting closer. So that's very good. I want to head this direction so we don't get cut off from our reinforcements. Okay, we finally won this siege over here. Let's head over and continue to siege in this region. A revolt here, no problem. So we have some reinforcements about to arrive here. They won that siege back. That's okay for the moment. And we are going to come in here and siege. They're a bit spread out here. So we're going to walk up here and hit this force. Cool. So that's no problem. And now we're going to come down and take out this siege. We won this siege already. That was a fast one. I like it. And we have more reinforcements on the way. But we will take this very quickly. We now do have the forces in this region to contest them, since they walked over here for some reason, with a huge amount of their forces. So we're going to fight them right here. Okay. This fort fell already as well. So that's very, very good. How are we doing over here? Okay, we've started our siege. Sounds good. Separatists down here, no problem. And they are moving forces to reinforce, but they're way too late. So we're going to move up over here and continue to fight them. We have reinforcements on the way, as do they. They actually walked by here. That's wild. So we're going to fight them right here. This should be a very handily won battle for us, and indeed it is. Now, this needs to be taken back at some point. And I would like to have these guys come up like over here for now. This force should probably come try to eliminate these guys for this moment. Okay. So over we go. We lost this siege, but we'll be able to take it back pretty quickly. Cool. Okay, I want to continue to siege over this way. We're 26% war score at this moment. And they can't really compete with us in terms of losses. They're at 49k and 149k. So they're definitely not doing so well here. We now have our Admin Tech 30. Do we go for this? I mean, it's quite cheap. I think we do go for that. And then Revolutionary Ideals would be nice, but that's ahead of time currently. So no real problem there. Okay, Ming just declared war on Japan. That's an interesting one. They're trying to invade over here still. Our siege here is ongoing, but it's almost done. Cool. So we're continuing to take territory over here. There's our conversions finishing up. This siege finally ended. So we're going to head up over there. Cool. And we are looking... Oh, wow, that ended at -7%. That's interesting. I didn't expect that necessarily. So we're sieging our way down towards this capital right now, is what we're doing. We also see this force down here. Okay, so we end this. That's an interesting path to take, but sure. I guess we'll accept it. Okay, so we see their primary armies up here. I'm going to allow these guys to lock in here. Yeah, they took this back. That's to be expected, to be honest. Yeah, we're just going to let them go. I don't care about that, really. I want these sieges to end. That is my current goal right now. I would also like to pull this force back a little bit, because we know that their forces are heavily in this area. Okay. Looks good. I'm going to pull all but 2 armies here up this way. Okay, we took their capital back. That's great. And we're going to attempt to give battle up here pretty soon. All of these forces are going to head over this way. Actually, over this way. I'm not sure we get there in time. No, we do. We get there in time. Wild. The power of the force march. Okay. That's insane. I like it. So they took this back. Obnoxious. Cool. We want our siege down here. I want these guys to explore this Terra Incognita, but they can't right now. Okay. So we'll just get these sieges done pretty quickly here. Keep in mind that they just can't keep this up. It's not possible for them. So we're just going to continue to siege over this way. We're at 71% here. I keep hoping that it'll be better. But I'm going to leave 2 units here. And the rest of our units are going to let these guys lock in. And we can't go here because of this fort. Wait, some of us can. Interesting. We only caught the 0.3% though because we're going down this way. So that's fine. I'm going to send these guys down to deal with this force. Okay. We finished up this siege, so we're going to walk up and reinforce that for the time being. And these guys are going to come down to here. Nope, they are not. Are you force marching? You are not. Neither of these are force marching. So we're going to force march this force, and we're going to go catch them, and catch these guys as well. Perfect. This siege will fall very quickly. It is now over. So we're going to catch these guys. No problem. Beautiful. I want to come up and reinforce this, actually, because we are kind of losing this. We're going to retreat that. And they're heading up over here. So we're going to try to catch them. We're going to use this force to take back this territory. Okay. So they're heading up this way. I think we're fine to just take back territory over here. Or rather, just take territory. Not take it back. It's not our territory currently. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue our slightly awkward but not too bad war here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.